It wasn't that bad.
Oh, it was a fail!
It may be low-hanging fruit, but it's the fucking holidays. The straight-to-video Jingle All the Way 2 is one of those things that makes you wonder, who thought this up? Who thought it was a good idea to make a sequel to that movie with Larry the Cable Guy lazily imitate at least a quarter of that movie and maybe include a minute of genuine comedy?
I did it all wrong!
You know it's bad, that's a given, but you'd be surprised to see how far they go to make sure you don't laugh at this. The basic premise is the same. Dad wants to find a sold-out toy for his kid because it's the hottest gift. Shenanigans ensue, but opposed to completely overdoing it like the first movie, they essentially make you not care right off the bat. They set up a scenario where no conflict is needed, make sure you know the toy is fucking irrelevant, doesn't even take up much of the movie, a long time is spent even getting to that, and to top it all off, some of the dumbest ideas you could imagine, even for a straight-to-video movie. Yeah, you had Kindergarten Cop 2, equally as bad, but the key differences, and is what I find really confusing about this scenario, a lot of people still liked the first Kindergarten Cop movie, because it was a good movie. In this case, the original wasn't a hit. I think we were all a bit too hard on it. It had its moments, but nothing about that demanded a sequel. For some reason, straight-to-video sequels of Schwarzenegger movies are a thing, hardly ever a good thing, but I don't know the mentality behind this. It's not just lacking comedy, it's outright nonsensical. It may not defy the laws of physics, but to say it's beyond stupid would be too nice. Let's just get into it, because once we do, we can forget it was a thing. We open to Larry the Cable Guy playing Larry.
Fucking amazing!
And his daughter Noelle, Kennedy Clements. The first scene is to establish they exist. I actually have nothing to add. They go ice fishing, that's it. We do find out him and his wife are separated. That's for a good reason. He's kind of a fucking nut. But the divorce, at least between him and his wife, Christine Robex, is about the nicest divorce I've ever seen in a movie.
Hi, Larry.
Hey!
So did you two have a good time together?
So I guess it was your second best honeymoon. I think you forget ours, huh? Sizzler in a movie?
Originally, I was going to complain that Noelle doesn't seem to know what a divorce is, because even at that age, you should understand it. But then again, given how they act, you wouldn't think there was a thing wrong.
Me and Victor getting Christmas Eve this year, and you getting Christmas Day.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm in.
Technically, that's reasonable, but when the fuck does that happen? Especially because, as you'll soon see, them being divorced is very reasonable.
Whoa! How you doing, Santa? Are you kidding me?
She must really still like him to not want to get the kid the fuck away. But given just how tame the divorce is, you would think it wouldn't lead to any conflict, and the movie is having them get along for reasons. But no, it's just because, and her new husband, Victor, Brian Snapanek, doesn't like Larry, and Larry doesn't like him for basically no reason. Yeah, Victor's not happy about Noelle being gone on Christmas, but they do say they'll work it out and eventually agree on celebrating Christmas at both houses. So to actually say this is going to be an issue that will lead to a conflict is honestly too stupid, even for this movie.
It's all right, honey. You did good.
Well, that was a fast cutaway. It's not even close to the most embarrassing scene in this. Like I said, there has to be a conflict, and in this case it's because Victor called Noelle some cute name he doesn't like, so he decides to bling up his trailer with lights. I wonder what's gonna happen. Well, he's dead. Movie over. No, not really, and apparently still having her around, this clearly dangerous man is okay. Later, Larry goes tree shopping because reasons. Don't know what it's meant to accomplish. He's not gonna outdo Victor.
This one right here is only $165.
When did this come out? But yeah, I don't know why we're watching this scene. Maybe for this hilarious gag. But he has an idea to outdo Victor's snow machine by bringing real snow to her in his truck. So when did this become funny? When did this kind of thing become funny? Because the only place this kind of thing works is in slapstick, when it's the entire movie. Just because it's straight to video doesn't mean you can do whatever you want.
Best idea I ever had. Get ready to be bowled over.
So basically, Larry is fucking nuts. Why is he allowed around your kid? You may have noticed the lack of events in this movie because there hasn't been any. Say what you want about the original, but at least it doesn't insult your intelligence. Well, it kinda did. But almost immediately, you knew what you were getting. It didn't take around a third of the movie. All they've done so far is choose to compete for really no good reason. Aside from Victor has more money, Larry has more free time. That's the catalyst. Yeah, it's for her attention, but isn't the fact that she loves them both good enough? That they have the opportunity to get along and not have issues? Because usually, it's a complete mess. Anyhow, Larry wants to best Victor so bad he violates her privacy and reads her letter to Santa. Even though it's poorly written, it's blatantly obvious it's for them to get along and be one big family. Anybody could see that coming. And if you think it's weird in the first movie how the employees found the lack of Turbo Man knowledge so hilarious, this guy is just really fucked in the head.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and a very happy winter solstice.
Hope you want to keep hearing that, because you will. Many more times. This is what it looks like when you don't know what comedy means, when being annoying and pretending it's funny is all you can do. They make the connection she must want the Harrison Bear, which we know she damn well doesn't. And to those who say it's dumb how popular the Turbo Man was, well, yeah. But if the adults just wanted it for their kids and weren't visibly excited, then it would make sense. It's a fictional superhero, who knows how big it is in their universe. I could definitely see all the kids wanting one, but this, not so much. It's a stuffed dog that memorizes your name. I don't see why that would be the hottest toy. Unless it was a licensed character, then maybe. That being said, it's only hot in theory. It's not that hard to get. He just has to come back the next day. You see, the point of conflict in this movie is not the toy being hard to get. It's Victor finding out what he's doing and using his high-profile company to buy every single toy just so he can't get one.
Are you fucking retarded?
Yeah, apparently his employee will just do that, no questions asked, spying on him and all, ruining Christmas for tons of people because out of complete fucking nowhere, he is also a complete nut. I'm not trying to defend the first movie, it was definitely dumb, but somewhat clever at times. Let's face it, you didn't expect the Santa conflict. Him becoming Turbo Man was still a neat twist, but this is just dumb. I hope you're ready, because like in Kindergarten Cop 2, they're gonna start copying ideas, which weren't initially that good. So before that, please hit the like button, consider subscribing down below, and don't forget the bell to get notified, because recommendations likely won't come. And if you want to see reviews on brand new movies, head on over to the Cinema Analyst. There's a link in the description. Upon finding out someone bought all the toys in a mysterious van, he decides to take it out on the employee. And then this scene happens.
No, I don't want to buy it. I was just saying.
Oh, so you just want to take it?
No, I think you're misunderstanding.
We're warning you. Stop it! That'll teach you.
That scene happened. And one of the few new ideas in the movie, a reindeer riding competition. He actually wins by cheating, but the bear is not the grand prize, it's the second place prize. Who would have seen that joke coming? But I guess this movie warranted a nightmare sequence. I mean, it's not really a nightmare, but why? Like I said, the bear isn't exactly out of stock. Like in the first movie, some fake Santa Claus has one. It really is just that, no gimmick. Only thing is, it's for the kids, but he has a plan. I don't know what to say. There is no reason for him to be dressed as a hobo. He walks in, sits in Santa's lap, pretends to be there for a sick kid, but it doesn't explain the outfit. It's not funny by itself. The only reason for this, and like I said, one moment of slight comedy in the movie.
Larry Phillips?
Yeah?
Is that you? No, it's bound to get better.
Oh, no, Janie, I'm doing fine, really. These are just old clothes. It's wash day.
It goes on too long, it's ruined later, but for what it is, decent. He actually succeeds, but then gives it away because he's that brain dead. Again, the company hired this kid to do this because they apparently know everything.
Technically, that's illegal.
But we do get the undeniable moment when the movie describes the movie.
Ends up being an epic fail.
We then get another bit that adds nothing aside from ripping off the first movie, because why not? Apparently some mysterious figure has the bear, but he wants $500.
I gotta get $500 fast.
We literally don't see him get $500. He just has it. You won't believe it, it's the toy store guy who's stealing and reselling toys. I don't even. And the cops show up once again, only nothing else happens. This is just wasting time, that's all it's doing, it's wasting time. There's no payoff. So, on to the climax, everybody makes the connection that the bears being out of stock makes no sense. Larry figures out it must be Victor's doing, and he devises a plan to sneak into his company, tail him to the room where he keeps the bears, but instead of just quietly taking one and leaving, gets into a fight and they wind up locked in. Yeah, because, you know, comedy. They continue to argue even though there's no real good reason, but they eventually make up, so that's that. And in the meantime, the townspeople kind of find out what he did. They're none too pleased, but apparently his wife is not mad about this. So I really gotta question how they even got divorced. She's kind of stupid. At this point, you can probably see the ending coming. He's gonna take all the toys back, act like he's Santa Claus, pretend it was planned as he gives them out. Honestly, not a bad idea, maybe even a superior ending, but for some reason, all this happens.
Can I have your attention, please? Can I have your attention? Can I have your attention, please? Come on, stop. Would you knock it off? I'm trying to say something here. I'm trying to speak.
Everybody, please, just zip it!
Let the man speak!
He could have just shown up dressed as Santa, given the toys out, that would be enough. It would have been a clear intention. I don't know why we need this big introduction, it's just drawn out for no reason. Unless the reason is meeting some kind of runtime. Once again, how popular could this fucking toy be? And now that they've made up, they decide, let's just celebrate Christmas together. Which you could have easily done to begin with. I mean, that's the only reason you had an issue. It was mainly about that. We're to celebrate the damn day. You pretty much got along. Why would you even think about celebrating Christmas twice?
It really is quite awful.
We finally get the big moment of truth.
Honey, that's a Harrison.
The talking bear.
Yeah, I know, like you handed them out in the tree lighting.
It turns out she doesn't even care about the toy they were readily handing out the day before. She actually points this out, dead serious. As for wanting them to get along, they didn't argue in front of her, so I don't know what the problem was. They may be together right now, but they're not gonna permanently live together, so aside from this day, don't really know what's changed. I am completely aware how dumb it is to complain about this movie, but I don't care. As somebody who watches a lot of bad movies, I know the difference between something going wrong and simply not giving a shit. In this case, I'd say Kindergarten Cop put more effort into their sequel. Not much more, but maybe something. In this case, it's literally impossible that anybody remotely cared, but the thing is, that makes sense. Why would you? Nobody wanted a sequel to that movie. Hardly anybody even wanted the first movie. So even for a straight-to-video release, it's about as low as anything could get. It's not funny at all, doesn't even try to make sense. A lot of the ideas are rushed. The rest is kinda beyond stupid. And if we're really gonna talk about the plot, you know exactly what's gonna happen. There's literally no reason to watch it that cannot be said about the first movie. Some people do prefer this one. I don't know why. It's probably because they gained some kind of hatred for the original and decided nothing could be worse. I'll tell you, this is worse. Low-hanging fruit maybe, not worth the time, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's the fucking holidays. I'm the analyst, and remember kids, the holidays are not a time for consumption, especially when this is what's being consumed. Merry fucking Christmas.